What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a special mid-season report with your ministers of propaganda. Week 3 was a quiet one on the battlefield, but we were busy behind the scenes, sitting down with some of the biggest names in the league. I'm your host, MOK, aka Malik, and I'm joined by my fellow ministers, Lavine, Steve, also known as Minowinski.
Hello.
Yo.
Yeah. Nice. So first, a quick look at the week 3 result. it is worth noting the Bangor Harbor Butchers continue their dominance over the Chinchompa Traphouse, winning 432.57 to 286.76. Yeah, the Botany Bay Plunderers took down the undefeated Shillows 454.99, almost had that 455 to 384.92. And the Fossil Island Fiends, clap it up for them. They got their first win. beating the hard iron Goon Squad 392.52 to 313.28. And with those results, crazy as it is, the Butchers are the last team that are undefeated. So congratulations to them. They've made it this far. And yeah, it was a slow week, so we'll talk briefly about what happened. But I did want to give a shout out to the top 5 people, all getting over 100 EHP in the week. So shout out to Azula, shout out to Cactus, CC9, Rez, Necro, and Fong. I'll let Steve and Lavine, we'll start with Steve, say any words regarding week 3.
Congratulations on being allowed to sleep, everyone, and good luck this week.
Yeah.
No further comment.
Yeah. Lavine?
This week had 5 players doing plus 100, and the first week had 100% doing plus 100. So a dramatic change from the pace that people were on in the first week. Very quiet. But I also think this is the product of how the games in week 2 went. Like the Trap House, they basically suicided on the shitlows, which meant that the Trap House weren't going to be competitive in the third week. The shitlows couldn't be competitive in the third week. And the GGS game also went down to the wire, so they also couldn't field a competitive roster against the Fiends. So they also automatically lost. So that made for a very quiet week.
Yeah. I would definitely say the same thing. A lot of people just took those weeks, and not even like how and what I saw in week 2, where you had Fifth kind of try to come out against the Bangor Harbor Butchers, and then they got caught. But then this week it seemed as though everyone just was like, all right, we're gonna chill, and yeah, definitely that stuff is setting in, but it's good to see that throughout these interviews we conducted, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see, because there's some fighting words said. There's some I think that week 4 is gonna be one of the ones that it's all I'm saying is, hey, just get ready and buckle up. But nonetheless, with those results, it's time to see where everyone stands on our power rankings at the midway point of the season. Yeah, so let's reveal our new official power rankings. Steve, you can kick us off. Who is your number 6 team?
I think I was a little. Wait, no, I'm not muted. Sorry, holy, I was looking at my mic not lighting up. Anyway, I think I was a little unfair last week, and I think I'm just gonna put the Goon Squad as the last pick this week, in accordance with other people.
Okay.
I still think they're a good team, but I just think they're the worst team.
Yeah.
I think they're just kind of fucked. They're probably not going to make playoffs, especially because this week, if they go hard against the Butchers, they're just going to be exhausted next week. It's going to be a really tough week for them this week. If they go as hard as these beginning of the week paces look.
Yeah.
And it's I think even though going down 0-4 is pretty bad, I don't know if trying so hard against the Butchers is the move, but I mean it looks like it's going to be pretty close based on the first 20 hours. So we'll see, but I'm going to rank them the lowest.
Okay. Lavine.
That's all.
thoughts on that, and then also who I know that you were saying a little bit prior that your rankings might not change that much, but just for the record, let's get you on who's your number 6.
Yeah, my power ranking is the same from last week because the results went down just like I expected. I also have the Goon Squad in last place, just like I had last week. And I do think that it's a bit problematic for them potentially, like Steve said, if they go all in on this week, because they could come back to bite them in the next week. But at the same time, the team that they're playing next week will also have a tough matchup this week and could also be tired going into the next week. So I think they might be fine in that regard. Just depends on how many they have. They can rotate in from the bench as well. But yeah, Goon Squad in last place at the moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the Goon Squad at number 6 too. They got a ton of heart, but the fact is they are now 0-3 after their loss with the Fiends, and until they get a win on the board, they have to be at the bottom. So
yeah, that's right. Actually, plus I mean, Fee Poppy's on the team, so they're just bottoms by default.
Yeah, I was lurking Fee Poppy's stream yesterday, and yeah, just hope he builds a home because they might be sending them back home anyway. So
I mean, he's doing pretty good. He started the week strong by giving like just disgustingly low rate for what he's doing, so he's able to get like turbo over doing fucking con arty. So congratulations to him. You know, when you give that guy the ability to set his own rates, he's just gonna do that every time. He does the same thing on Temple to pad his years. So congrats. Good luck, Goon Squad. They're just looking good so far.
Damn, we hate. Oh, dang. I see. That's an interesting take. That's a little bit deeper analysis than I was looking at. But wow, nice. The Fee Poppy fan club. You got a lot of fans, Fee Poppy. A lot of people watching you, man. Watchful eyes. Watch what you're doing.
That's right.
Who's gonna be your 5th pick?
Me?
Yeah.
I think I'll go with CTH again. And it's going to be literally the same reasons I said last week. Just the I think they just have a weak playoff lineup.
Yeah. What about you, Lavine?
I think they're a really good like regular season team, but yeah, just the playoff lineup.
Yeah, I also have the Traphouse here in the 5th place. And I don't really know what they're doing. Like, why are they starting Desper this week? When he's only going to log in for 10 hours? Like, Traphouse have just fucked themselves completely for no reason.
Wait, what was that?
Why are they starting this? Why are they starting Desper in the last week when he's only dropping 10 EHP? Like
oh yeah.
Hey.
The team is gonna be pretty fucked. Like it's the same with them as it is for the Fiends. They are pretty fucked in the tiebreaker department, and it's likely that the Traphouse and the Fiends and potentially the Goon Squad are gonna be tied for tiebreakers in some way. Like some of these teams could be tied up in the end, and it will come down to those hours. So I don't know why they aren't playing.
And the Fiends are pretty fucked. The Fiends are definitely. The Fiends are. I think last week when I looked, the Fiends had like some of the most EHP throughout the whole entire competition. So as a team, but yeah.
Who?
The Fiends.
The Fiends.
Like totally EHP.
The Fiends.
Yeah.
They have the least EHP.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. This is getting really, really upsetting, man.
Malik thought it was like golf. Give him a break.
Shut up. Oh my god. Stop. I did honestly oh no, that was my bad. I think that was regular EHP or something. I don't think I had the fantasy filter on, but nonetheless. I am definitely going to be in agreement there with the Traphouse. They're in a free fall. You know, after a huge week 1 win, they've just suffered 2 consecutive non-competitive blowout losses, including like the Butchers did what they had to do. And then, their talent is like undeniable, but their recent performance is just alarming. So I'm going to put them at my 5th spot right now.
Alarming even.
Hey man, I'm just saying, bro. We said it the first week. They just seem to be, I don't know, having some issues there. But it's been alarming. Like, I mean, like the depth, a lot of stuff. I mean, you said the playoffs, that has to do with depth as well. I mean, like, who are they going to have available? Yeah. Like, just getting these dubs is going to be a thing that they're going to need to start doing.
Surge will be a good playoff threat, but I think he only has 1 week of Slayer, so it's just like I don't know what else he would do, or if he could even take like 2 weeks off for like semis and then finals, like assuming they were to get that far.
Yeah. Yeah. So Steve, let's get your number 4 pick. Oh, and
I think I'll stick with oh, sorry, what were you
no,
saying?
go ahead. I'm sorry. You can go ahead. You can go ahead and stick. Who are you gonna stick with?
I'm just gonna put the Fiends here, so it's basically gonna be like the same as what I said last week, but I'm switching the Fiends and the Goon Squad.
Okay.
So I'll put the Fiends next. I still think they're a good team. Turn's been making magic happen on the alt, which is kind of fire to see. And
Yeah.
I do still think the Fiends have like a very strong lineup.
Yeah. Nice. Lavine?
Yeah, I also have the Fiends here in the 4th place. They're struggling a little bit, but I think it just depends on how this week goes down. If they can manage to overcome the shitlows.
Yeah, this week's gonna be good.
Yeah. This week is gonna be really interesting, and I can't wait to see how y'all's number 4 team goes about that week. I think I'm gonna be in a little disagreement there on my number 4 pick. I'm gonna go ahead and hey, take it as a positive. The Botany Bay Plunderers are moving up to 4th for this week for me. Okay, take it as a positive.
Okay.
They're on an upward trend. They had a rough start. Week 1. They've gotten 2 straight. Big victory over the shitloads last week, or this week that we're covering. Yeah, they look solid. They look like a solid. They look like a solid team that's finding its groove. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So that's gonna be where I'm going with that. So, Steve, for your number 3 pick, our top 3 picks, where are you going with your number 3 pick this week?
I'm gonna have the shitloads as number 3 again for much the same reasons as last week.
Okay.
Looks like it's gonna be a tight fight this week though between the Fiends and the shitloads. So I could see a possible shift in power coming within the next week.
Yeah. Lavine, what are your thoughts on Steve's number 3 pick, and then also who's your number 3 pick?
Yeah, I think you can make the case for shitloads in 3rd place. I have shitloads 2nd, and I have the Plunderers 3rd place. I think the Plunderers are in a very good position compared to what they could have been. This team could have been down 1-2, or worst case even 0-3 if the matchups didn't fall out in their favor. So they were very fortunate that they were just gifted a free win in week 3, and they won by 1 EHP in week 2. So they can be so happy with the comfortable position that they have right now, being 2-1 up. So for me, they can basically just treat this week 4 as like a free roll. They're so lucky that they're in this position. So yeah, I would be very happy if I was in the Plunderers right now. They're looking good.
Yeah, they're looking good, and yeah, they're definitely coming out swinging, and I respect it. I'm not gonna lie, just even looking a little bit ahead, because I've started looking ahead to this week, and it's looking like everyone's coming out swinging. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Little drama there, but yeah, I'm gonna put. I'm gonna agree with Steve there. I'm gonna put the shitloads at my number 3 team. Yeah, that's just because you know they got their first loss, but they still hold the best win of the season to me. They got the big upset over Traphouse in week 2, and they've proven that they can beat some of the top teams, which keeps them firmly in the contender discussion for me. Yeah, so yeah, good luck to them, and maybe they can move up. Thunders did, so hey, let's see what we got here for Steve's number 2 pick.
So I'm gonna go with the same as last week. I'm gonna put the Plunderers as a number 2. I just think their lineup is turbo strong. Mr. Largy just cracked, and Lane needs to DM me immediately.
Okay. Lavine, what are your thoughts on Steve having the Plunderers there? And yeah, who's your number 2?
Yeah, I think you can make the case again for Plunderers in 2nd place, just because they are 2-1. They can be very happy with being 2-1 from this position. So, and they have a good team as well. If they are not playing with that arrogant attitude, then they can definitely win. ball games.
You actually went off on them last week. Holy, forgot about that.
Yeah, and I have Shitlows in second place.
Nice.
I think they are a very good team, Shitlows. Unfortunately, they did lose by default in the third week because Traphouse pushed them to the limit, so they didn't have the bench that they could rotate in and play for the week 3 matchup. So now we will see if they can bounce back again from that week 3 loss, and so this will be a huge test for them. See how they respond in the face of a loss, and we'll see how Zeke holds up. That's the big question mark on this team, because the core 3 is playing again. It's Rezzes, Florals, Necro playing, and the Static Void is also fielded in. So yeah, we'll just see how the core will probably continue, and then the question mark is the Zeke pick here.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I just want to touch on the Singe and Shillows. It'll be interesting because if they win this week, then that means what? Like they're like, who are they better than? I mean, are they better than everyone who the Traphouse beat? I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know how this stuff, like, it's weird. I mean, I don't know. It's looking this one is. I know it's one of the matchups, and I know I need to wait. I'm sorry. I'm just so hyped for this week. Like, like week 4, it might not even be that big of a week. It's just with week 3 to week 4, it's going to be a big competitive. I think there's some competitive nature in this upcoming week or this ongoing week. So
sure.
Yeah,
that'll be the more interesting discussion for this cast. I mean,
yeah. And then for me, I'm gonna go ahead and put the bank. No, I'm playing. I'm gonna put the Fiends at number 2 still. They're 1-2, but their record is still deceptive. Like, week 1 loss was a 0.64 EHP coin flip. The week 2 loss was rest week, according to the captain. And in week 3, they got a comfortable win. Had peak back and lineup, and a rested team with this much talent. It has one of the highest ceilings in the league. So I'm definitely going to put them at my number 2. Yeah. Any thoughts on that? Any thoughts on all our number 2s are different, by the way. So
I think it's a fine choice. They're strong. All of like the Plunderers, Butchers, Shitlows, Fiends, all like top 4 in like some order, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, all the teams are really strong, but yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like the ability to pop off is there for any team, especially this week. A lot of these people are
except
rested.
the Goon Squad. I don't know, dude. Looking at the 6 hours that they've dropped this week, it's really disgusting. Like Scarf and Warlow just are allergic to 1-to-1. Like, come on, man.
Is
fucking like
is
click,
Scarf still
like
getting?
click
Is Scarf still
efficiently.
getting? Is he still getting? Is he playing? Like, is he still getting like?
Scarf's playing this week, but his 6 hours he's dropped so far this week were 5.7, 5.56, and 5.23, which is just like really terrible.
That's actually a downtrend. Damn. Well, hopefully it just like hovers around like a 5.5. It'll max least. But I mean, it'll definitely need it.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure like that week Warlow played, he was up like a 140 and dropped like a 110 or whatever, or something like that. So I think that guy's actually just hard capped. Like, I don't think he can do more than a 120 because he's just like unable to drop more than like a 5 point whatever 6 hour. Like, I don't even know if he can do like a 5. It's pretty bad.
I see. So on that note, let's go ahead and get our number 1 picks out the way. Steve, who's your number 1 pick?
Obviously, the Butchers. My team.
My team. Damn.
My team.
Just took the
my
captain.
wives.
Just the captain just is like this. It's like my team.
Yeah.
Our team. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Our team.
Yeah. And Lavine?
Yeah. Obviously also have the Butchers here. Like, they are off to a 3-0 start. Very strong. And they've just been cruising. They've had a pretty easy time compared to the rest of the 5 teams who have really been struggling each week. So yeah, easy time for Butchers, and we also know if they do make it to playoffs, they also have that peak. So it's pretty easy to put them in first place here. And they're also the first team that can look to punch in that playoff ticket this week with a W over the Goon Squad if they manage that. So yeah, it's looking very, very good for the Butchers, but we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. It's the easiest pick right now. They're 3-0. They crushed every opponent. 146 gap. This week on the Traphouse. They're just without a doubt, they're the best team in the competition right now, and it's just not close. I mean, the record shows that they've faced some people, and people sometimes. I mean, it just seems to me like people are bowing out, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Losing
know.
Fiora is a big hit to them, though. Like losing Fiora is really like not ideal. That kind of stinks.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting, like with people getting getting imprisoned during the competition. I guess. It's like, man. It brings like another aspect to the competition of like, oh wow, yeah, like you do want death because you never know what's gonna happen. I mean, if it happens over a weekend too, it's kind of like, you're not gonna hear back until like the week. So it's kind of like, I don't know. That stuff
Dude, it's been happening like every comp. Like in the Terry, Enjoy's got banned. Like Inducted got banned on 2 accounts. Like people are just playing so much now that like that just happens. Like I have this free to play account that I'll probably play a comp on in the future, and I just fully expect it to get banned because I'm just gonna like I'm gonna do a 160 on it and just get it permed like the first comp I play on it.
That's crazy.
So it's just like it's just like what happens now during these comps because people just stay up so much, especially if they're like free to plays. The free to plays like it's so scary.
Yeah, and I guess we'll touch on it. So like, in my opinion, I feel like it's like we've seen like they don't really respond much like via a tweet, but they'll send you something after you do tweet about it or whatever, like in your inbox in game. Or we're talking about getting banned, but the thing to me is it's kind of like there's been moments where like they've came back years later and been like, oh, it was a false ban, or they've even had times when like everybody knew the person was cheating necessarily, and then they're like, nah, I checked on my lunch break, he's good. So it's like, what is it? It's like what is it? We can't trust it, and I don't know. It brings a aspect to the competition to where people don't really understand, or people don't fully. It's hard to grasp, like, how do you maneuver that? Because it's like we want to trust. We want to trust the owner of the company and the game that we play. But it's like when they've demonstrated, reluctance to even address it or or correct it after years. It seems we've been dealing with this, and it kind of just puts a hindrance on our fun. As a
We want to
community.
trust our friends too.
Yeah,
I mean, like we like assume out of like goodwill that all the bans are false, and I mean that's what I would like to believe. But at the same time, with the way their system works, there's just never any way to know.
We don't know.
So it's just like
even if it gets quashed, it's like, well, like it's like I don't know. It's like do they know they're on? It's like, do they know?
Yeah. I've just seen people like bot on a VPN and then like get it quashed by saying that somebody hijacked their account. So it's just like. There's just you just have no idea. So you just have to like good faith think that like they're all false bans, but at the same time, it's like, well,
it's like
it doesn't have to be the case.
Yeah, it's like because it's like if we just say that they're all false bans. So I've seen people talking about how when we say they're all false bans or whatever, then it's like, and we just let the person play again and again. It's like at what point is it like, all right, bro, you're tripping now, like So I'll leave that to the. I would
just give people the benefit of the doubt because I think if you're just like for the most part assuming the majority of them are false, you just kind of have to give everybody that same treatment and just like let them keep playing or whatever. But at the same time, it just really kind of stinks that
and then we
even have to have this discussion to begin with.
Was it Buff Boobies? They had to sit out, like they said out
something like that
after they got her. I don't know if they had to sit out or whatever, but nonetheless. Lavine, I guess did you want to say anything on that topic, Lavine? I mean, this is like a team that's being this is the top 10 contending team being affected by this type of stuff. So I don't know if you wanted to touch on that.
I mean, we obviously, in the case of Yor, we don't know if he actually has cheated or not, but I mean, he has a questionable past, so who knows? But I don't think it's gonna matter that much because in regular season they're gonna be absolutely fine. They're not gonna get into trouble in terms of getting into playoffs. So for that, they're gonna be fine without having Viore available to play in the regular season. And then I think once we are in playoffs, I think he will show up again. on an alternative account. So as long as he's not banned from participating, I think we'll see him when it matters.
Free Saw Gun.
Yeah, free everybody, man. Free everybody.
It's like
bro.
demotivating to play on an account you don't give a shit about. Like, I mean, you can speculate how much Vior gives a shit about his level 3, but I think he actually cared about playing on that account specifically and like wanted to progress it via this comp.
Yeah,
That's at least my takeaway.
I used to trust Jagex more, but I don't know. I've been false banned on my RS3 accounts at the same exact time. And yes, it's RS3, but nonetheless, it's the same ownership. I got false banned on 2 accounts at the same time. One got quashed, and then the other one just gets denied. And I'm just like, oh, well, what? I'm like, at the same time for the same thing. I'm like, okay, whatever. So, yeah, I think that we have to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And, that's all we can do. But hopefully week 4 is just a clean week. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Because, that the real story and we'll just transition to like the real story and how it comes from the players themselves. We did some interviews this week, and we're gonna break down some key quotes. I'll just vocally say them and from the interviews. So I'll start with Hadj, the captain of the now 1-2 Fossil Island Fiends. I asked Hadj about his 0-2 start, and he said, and I quote, "The losses weren't ideal, but making the decision to turn it into a rest week is really, really strong for us." Steve, heard you giggle. After they got that first win, does this quote prove that the controversial rest week was a stroke of genius, or was it an excuse for a bad loss?
I guess you're asking me. I think a rest week's a good idea. You definitely just should do that if like the players need, especially if you want to start the same people again. Like, it's fine. You can take a loss. I think it was good captaining.
Lavine?
I think like the Butchers were just too strong for them in that week, so it's absolutely fine to just give that one away and then take the week 3 instead. In a week where they were pretty fortunate that the Goon Squad had gone down to the wire the previous week, so they were basically gifted the first victory for free. So yeah, that was pretty lucky because it's not fun to play the Goon Squad when they are rested.
Yeah,
a lot of teams can attest to that. So very lucky for the Fiends to get on the board in that fashion.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of had my own thoughts during the interview, so I'll leave the people with that. And next, a quote from DJ9, the captain of the 0-3 Gielinor Goon Squad. I asked him about his team's plan for week 4 against the Butchers. And he said this: "We are facing the toughest match. I think we have our eyes set on the later half of the season." Now, yeah, he says that. But the league, when asking around the league, seems as though that the Goon Squad might be performing. The Goon Squad might just be saying that in an interview, throw some people off. Lavine, is it smart for a captain to publicly concede a matchup? But, the twist is, the word around the league is that the Gielinor Goon Squad is now planning to compete hard this week. What's the real story? Is this a brilliant, misdirection from DJ9, or just a captain changing his mind?
I don't think it really changes much what he says in that regard. Like, I don't think it really matters. Like, people know that the Goon Squad have their backs against the wall. They are 0-3, and they need to look for some avenues where they can attack. They need to find some windows where they can actually win. So I don't think it's that surprising that they're coming out hot out of the gate in this week. So it's like, I think they're just going to have a look to see if they can be competitive this week, and if they can't, I think they will look to concede this week as well, and that would put them at 0-4, but then they have 2 big games coming up, 2 back-to-back games coming up against the Traphouse. So, yeah, like, playoffs is still possible, even if they do manage to fall short in this one. But it's a free roll right now for them, I think, because no one expects them to be able to beat the Butchers, so...
Yeah. But some would say that the Butchers have kind of, people have just been laying down when they see the Butchers. They've been kind of just laying down, some would say. But nonetheless,
actually, yeah.
Steve, do you think it's smart for do you think it was smart for him to publicly like concede the matchup? But the word around the league is that they're now planning to compete hard. Like what is the real story? Is it a slight misdirection from DJ9, or just a captain changing his mind? How do you feel?
Well, I think the last week, the rest week was just like whatever. Everybody just needed a rest week 3. I think it's fine to publicly announce that. It's going to be like blatantly obvious by like the end of the first like 30 hours of the comp anyway, or like 30, 40 hours of the comp. So like that's whatever. And then like going hard against the Butchers this week, I think is just like, I think it's kind of like, well, guys, there's a good chance we just don't make playoffs, so we should at least like rag the Butchers this one week and just like try to take a game off them and like make them lose to like the lowest C team, which I respect. I respect it. We'll see how it plays out. I think it'll be tough if they win, if they do like win this week, and they're just gonna have to keep playing really hard. So it'll be like a tough road from here on out. But I mean, it's like still doable. So
Yeah.
I think they're doing good.
I think that just thinking about it and like what I'm hearing, I think that they're gonna play, and I think that the Butchers will also play. But
Yeah, they're all playing this week.
I was gonna say, but on the same note, though, I mean, the Butchers are looking like they're already gonna get into the playoffs. So I mean, it's really up to them. But then, like we said, the whole entire EHP conversation and like the total EHP, how those like type of like small details do matter. Also, I would want to. I still stand corrected, but just slightly differently. The False Island Fiends are, as of like right now, or at least 10, 20 minutes ago, they are like number 2 in the league for overall total EHP on the fantasy filter. But yeah, I think that I don't know if it was a misdirection or DJ9 was
seeing that
on the all teams fantasy filter. But yeah, no, I don't think that it was a misdirection. I just think that from later half of the competition, he'll just, I think that they're just going to try harder. So I just think that they're going to try hard. I think that they're going to go in this week. They're rested, and they're hungry. And if they get a dub like this, it will really, because the Butchers still want to be undefeated. I feel like they still want to be undefeated. And, they'll give them a run for their money. But yeah.
They're making good rotations too with their lineup.
Yeah.
They got like Istra and Jaywood rotating in and out. Owners coming in now. We'll see how he does. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
The Gooners are just like microing so badly. Like, can you guys fucking grow up and just like stop micro sleeping at your fucking desk and click the damn screen? It's so disgusting to me to watch people dropping like 5.2. That's all.
I see.
Sorry, I mean, what can I say? I'm a comp player.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And finally, a quote from Halcyon Seed off the Chinchompa Traphouse. On her team, also facing the undefeated Butchers last week. She said, and I quote, "The monkeys flock heralded again for the Butchers, so they just get another bye week." Steve, that's kind of some fighting talk. Colin, is this kind of confidence, what the Trap House needs to bounce back, or is it just like, bulletin board, we're just gonna take the dub material for the Butchers?
Well, I think just look at the way this week's shaping up. I think any team is capable of taking a win off of any team, so I don't think it's overconfidence.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if like especially against the Butchers, if you push them, they're gonna push back, which they've shown time and time again now. So it's always gonna be a rough road. But I think anything's possible. I think any team could take a match off any other team. Just depends on the week and the lineup, and yeah. It's good to be confident. You got to keep confident and shit talk, even if you don't believe it.
Yeah. Lavine, how do you feel? How do you feel about that quote?
Feel that the Trap House are playing some of the worst RuneScape that I've ever seen in recent times.
Damn.
I don't know if they're watching Biker Mice from mods all day or what the fuck they're
That's
doing.
wait,
crazy,
But,
can
bro.
you
Like, bro,
it's
can
so
you
fucking
elaborate?
bad,
has
man.
Lavine watched his VODs? Never mind, I'm playing. Go ahead, Lavine.
Thank you, okay. I don't have to say it myself. Yeah, I want to hear you elaborate on that, Lavine. Can you be a little more specific?
Yeah, because they're picking bad matchups to go for, and then in matchups where they're supposed to continue playing, they're just conceding completely, which means they don't have the tiebreaker in case they are tied with a similar win-loss record to other teams. So they're picking bad spots, and they're not playing hard enough when they could. They aren't starting the right players, and they haven't managed to mobilize someone like Desper. Like Desper is a former champion. He needs to step up now. DKHO is not playing. Right now, they're not playing good. They have the tools in the toolbox, but they're not
DKHO is not
executing.
human.
Who?
I said DKHO is not human. He's not just not playing.
True.
Oh.
Mm.
Or were you making a joke by saying DKHO?
No. It was. I just didn't hear it.
What a misleading competition to have on the Temple website. They're not even in. They're just all the players that are just playing. Just okay. I see it now. I'm sorry to bring it back up, but yeah, I'm looking at
Fiends aren't last. Fiends aren't last place in terms of EHP gained.
Yeah, I see this now. This is I've been befuddled here, but yeah, I think that that is some interesting words from Halcyon. I just hope that I hope that I hope the trap house can get the trap moving. I don't know what happened.
Can't believe Lavine would say that about Halcy. Oh my goodness.
The worst RuneScape
How
ever
could you
played.
say that, Lavine?
Like, holy, kind of crazy, But yeah, I guess looking ahead to week 4, yeah, those quotes set the stage perfectly for the matchup. Lavine,
Indeed.
let's start with your thoughts on the Trap House versus the Plunderers. Who are you picking and why?
I think the Plunderers will probably win this one. I think Putzi is probably the weakest player out of the 10 players that are fielded in this lineup. And I think that's going to be a difference maker.
Oh my goodness.
Damn.
So, yeah, I think they'll lose because of that, to be honest. It's pretty close between the rest of the teams. I mean, the rest of the players, but the bottom players are not that great on the Trap House right now.
Yes. Oh, I think this is actually week 4. So, Steve, who are you picking for the Trap House versus the Plunderers?
Definitely the Plunderers. They got the really strong starting lineup. All just like great players. I'm a big Plunderers fan personally, so I gotta root for my boy Yeet. That guy, he's got what it takes.
I see. Interesting.
And Lane too.
Yeah,
Lane's a baddie for real.
I'm definitely going to pick the Plunderers. I'm not betting against them right now. They got a good win. And that's just what it's gonna be for me. That the Trap House, I just feel like they're not on a good road right now, and I don't think I think the Plunderers are gonna take advantage of that. And yeah, it's crazy because from week 1 to this week, just looking at how like the conversation has kind of changed around the Trap House. I don't know. It's just upsetting, but I'm gonna have to put the
thing is, like, they also have back-to-back games coming up against the Goon Squad, and that will be defining their season. Those 2 games that they're going into after this one. So like they should be very cautious about going all in on this matchup. I think that's the case for all these teams that are playing right now, because all 6 teams are in 3 very difficult matchups. So if you lose a very close game this week, you could potentially be staring at a loss in the next week as well. So you could get 2 losses for the price of 1. So like people really need to be aware of their scheduling, and they need to focus on the right games and not go all in on a matchup that costs you 2 games.
Yeah.
Except the butchers, they're getting Tortu back. Then y'all gonna see some shit.
Oh, head ass.
They actually just have the Tortu nuclear bomb stored in the silo that no one's expecting.
We ain't seen him
People
since,
just keep forgetting.
when was we saw him week 1? Just a 140 chiller. Just the 140 chiller. Never forget.
Yup.
That was crazy. But yeah, Steve, what's
That's
your
just
thoughts?
such a strong player to be like rotating in now at this
And
point.
he's coming,
and then
yeah,
it's like, Tortu can rotate in, Azula can have like a week to sleep and then just come back, and it's just like, yeah.
I guess
they're making it to playoffs for sure. Like, they just are.
So I guess you can tell us. I know you got some intel just on that. So Tortu was like just not playing for like these last few weeks, but they had available the first week, and then I thought that what the word was that they were going to be playing like in the kind of like in these later weeks. Is that what's going to be happening? What we look forward to?
Tortu, I think he was just worked or had school or something. I don't know. It was just IRL stuff, I believe, is why he wasn't able to play. And I don't know what the situation is going to be coming up. I don't know if he's full need or if he still has stuff to do. I kind of have no idea, but
that was a crazy week. I'm not gonna lie, that was a crazy week.
The first week, yeah, that was
but yeah,
powerful.
On so Steve, what's your take on False Island Fiends versus the Sinister Shitloads? How are you feeling, and who are you picking?
Oh, this is tough. I think it's actually going to depend on Seek, but I'm going to go with the Shitlows. I think Seek will pull through, and I think they'll win it.
Nice.
But if Seek just mental booms and is just like,
damn,
it just crashes after the first like 50, then it's over for them. But I believe in Seek. He's done good weeks before. He can do it. Just needs to not like push himself harder than he can go.
Wow. Lavine, who are you taking for the False Island Fiends versus the Sinister Shitloads?
I think Shitloads will win this one, but it's not guaranteed at all. It really is a big question mark around Zeke, like how he's going to perform, how he's going to hold up. But I do think that Fiends have like 2 weak links for me: Mage's Book and the Bong James. And I think the core 4 of Shitloads are a bit stronger than that. So I'm going to give it to the Shitloads. I think they win this one.
Oh, Lavine.
But they're not without chances, so.
Thoughts on Mage's Book's BF race, Lavine?
I haven't seen them, but I hope he's got me at least.
On whose BF rates?
Mage's Book.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's struggling, to say the least.
Well then, I think that
it is difficult, so can't blame him.
It's just not.
I like your.
If you're old, it is.
You're old, it is.
I am old as shit, and I spent 30 hours trading myself getting turbo over.
I'm so old though.
Lavine's just trying to figure it out, man.
Anyway. I'll stop blaming people's rates now.
I like those. I like that analysis from y'all too. However, this will be one of the 2 games that I'm really looking forward to this week. Both teams are 1-2 and 2-1 respectively, and they're like this is playoff positioning. I'm gonna pick the Fiends to continue their little comeback. They're coming off a little needed win. They seem to figure out the strategy after the rest week, and the roster for week 4 looks fine to me, and I think that their momentum's going to carry them to this win. So, yeah. Oh,
I don't blame you. I think it'll be close.
Actually, I don't want to mess up there. Yeah. Yeah. So that's going to be my thoughts there. Oh
my God! I just saw Jerry tick though. Oh, unlucky.
And on that one now, sheesh. So this one here, the Bangor Harbor Butchers versus the Gielinor Goon Squad. It is an anticipated game. Rested up Goon Squad, the ones who love to fight, versus the Bangor Harbor Butchers, who have been on a relentless tirade. Steve, I want to start with you. Who do you have for this week and why?
BHB, they just deserve it more because they're not microing like gorillas.
Yeah. Okay. Lavine?
Yeah, I think this is interesting because like this is the huge underdog story, right, of the Goon Squad. And we have a team with a chance of going 3-0. We also have a team with a chance of going 7-0. We also have a team with a chance of going 0-7. So if the Goon Squad won this one, they could kill both those chances. But I mean, watching the Goon Squad play is just fantastic right now. It's poetry in motion. It's landscape. It's birds. It's leaves. It's brown.
Wow.
It's white. It's trees. Like this team is amazing.
That
Wow.
was some powerful stuff you just dropped.
So like, are you gonna pick them?
Like,
are you gonna pick them, bro? Like,
of course I'm not gonna pick them, man. They have to be Poppy, man. Of course I'm not taking them.
That's crazy.
It's fine. He's cheating. He's cheating. It's fine.
Yeah,
That is insane.
Ridiculous race he's
insane.
giving himself.
Yeah, bro, I know DJ9 out there probably smiling when you said all that. Then you just gonna go on some, nah, of course I'm not picking him. That's crazy, dude. I was like, did he say who he's picking? I was like, am I confused right here? I was just about to type it in. I was like, I don't know. Okay, that's funny. That's funny. Oh man, that's crazy, dude. That the personally.
That was a very special moment. This cast has now been better than I expected it would be for this week, just because of that interaction alone. So thank you, Lavine.
That's crazy, bro. Good job, man. I'm gonna go with Bangor Harbor Butchers. Yeah, like I love the drama from DJ9, but you know, you just can't bet against the undefeated Juggernaut right now. Yeah, that's gonna be my pick. So these are our official predictions. As for the awards, y'all need to play harder. Y'all need to, I know y'all are playing hard, but it's kind of a burger week. We're gonna hold off and we're gonna present some nice fancy awards in week 5 or in week 5 for week 4. So yeah, that's gonna be a wrap up on our mid-season report. A huge thank you to my fellow ministers, Lavine and Steve. Thank you for being here. And
welcome.
Yeah, be sure to drop them a follow. This will be up on YouTube momentarily. And thank you everyone in the chat for hanging out. The second half of the season is where legends are made, and we'll see you all next time.
Oh, yeah.
Peace.
Good luck. Learn to micro. You're all bad.
Damn. Any last words, Lavine? I'll let you have one last word, Lavine.
Go Halcyon, go shitloads. Let's go.